The United Nations General Assembly is the most complex undertaking of the year for the U.S. Secret Service, as well as the NYPD. With more than 140 world leaders in town, agencies must work with local and international counterparts to ensure foreign leaders are safe during their stays here. And coming off 2 assassination attempts of former President Trump, security measures have been increased even more. Joining us now to discuss, CBS News law enforcement contributor and former deputy commissioner with the NYPD, Richard Esposito. Mr. Esposito, this is a tough one because you've got so many dignitaries here, including the president who was here yesterday. So what role does the NYPD play in protecting the area around the UN, and how closely are they working with all of these different agencies to make sure there's coordination?
I got to tell you, Chris, good morning. It's really impressive. I walked around again last night. I've been there many times, like CBS has, and the NYPD has an overwhelming display of uniformed officers from the 30s up to the 50s, all the way west to Park Avenue. And that's the part we see. The coordination with Secret Service is well rehearsed. They've been doing this for years, and they've been doing it, knock on wood, with little besides protest, no major incidents. And as you know, when we're not stuck in the congestion, it's pretty great to see.
It is nice when you've got these gridlock alerts and you've got so much of that frozen zone down there. You can really kind of see the operations kind of underway. Let me ask you this: you've got whatever 35,000 NYPD officers. How many are deployed to work on something like this, like a General Assembly for the week?
So that's something that's wonderful about New York. While they don't usually give out an exact number, there's like 7,000 police officers. And then, of course, there's the FBI and there's the Secret Service. There are command centers set up in nearby buildings. There are the counter snipers that you don't see. And then there's an entire array of sophisticated equipment backing up those officers. And that, plus undercovers moving around, like last night during these protests. The protests were relatively peaceful. They were moving. They were moving from the UN area to Times Square to Washington Square Park. And some confrontations, some people taken into custody, but generally well policed, using drones, helicopters, clear visuals in case someone was going to be violent. And people got the right to protest. And it didn't add too much to the congestion, although for a while 3rd Avenue and Grand Central was a bit of a mess.
Yeah, you kind of knew there was going to be some protests that were going to break out during this, especially with what's going on in the world right now. Let me ask you this. People, of course, they hear, oh my God, thousands of police officers, and especially in light of the 2 attempted assassination attempts of the former president, because now everything is kind of on this heightened security alert. What if something happens in Brooklyn or in Queens? I mean, we are here to let people know there are still plenty of police officers that are still working to make sure the city is safe, along with making sure the dignitaries are safe as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we devote a lot of cops to these convoys. We have rolling barricades. We have all of that stuff. But the reality of the police department is, they bring in extra officers to all the precincts across the city. So they backfill. People come in on days off. People come in on overtime. And the precincts are well staffed. And if there are precincts that have issues, those are fully staffed, and we're safe. You'll see police in the subways, you'll see police on the streets. One of the great things about New York is that we do have the largest police department in the nation, I think in the world, and as a result, you can put the manpower on an event like this that a lot of cities just can't do. It makes for a lot of security for that and for the rest of us.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. We heard the acting head of the Secret Service talking about how there was some communication issues with the assassination attempt that was in Butler, Pennsylvania. Obviously, that's a much smaller police force. You're talking about a very small town in Pennsylvania, nothing like what we're talking about with the NYPD. But just how coordinated is the communication, especially in light of the fact you've got vice presidential debate that's going to be here at the CBS Broadcast Center next week. You've got the General Assembly going on. I mean, assuming there's no lack of communication.
No, I mean, and it doesn't start the day before the UN. The Secret Service has quite a sophisticated command post, and so does the NYPD. And before anywhere near the event, the planning begins months and months ago. And there's, there are plans. There's a playbook from the past General Assemblies. There are computerized models. Basically they look like video games.
Yeah.
And you really can see what it's going to be like inside the UN, on the approach to the UN, along the convoy routes. So it's gamed out as well as you can. And there's lots of flexibility in terms of moving people around. So I would say, based on, a lot of years of going to this event and being in the UN, the coordination is excellent. And, remember, it includes the fire department, emergency service.
No stone is left unturned, essentially.
Not at all. And when the President of the United States goes to the UN, the NYPD bomb squad, the NYPD emergency service, it's not just left to the UN security, good as that might be. No one's getting in there without making sure it's safe.
All right. CBS law enforcement contributor Richard Esposito, great to see you once again. Thank you for joining us for our Wednesday chat. We appreciate it, Richard. We'll talk to you next week, if not sooner. And you can find all of our conversations with Rich on public safety online at cbsnewyork.com.